Shit, man. I better get going now. I think that's base camp. It's down there. Almost 3 a.m. Flight's been delayed like 10 hours now. So this video is pretty unorthodox for me to make since it doesn't have anything to do with skating. But I'm still gonna make it. So this is where my adventure of trekking in the Himalayan mountains begins. If you've ever watched this channel before, you know that I've never done anything remotely like this before. I had no expectations really. I was just so motivated to go experience this incredible part of the world that it didn't cross my mind how many things could actually go wrong. Anyways, my name is Matthias. This is my friend Jules, who only just met a couple months ago. Dude, you look like a white, rich rapper. Like I just told you, I've never done anything like this before. So luckily, Jules knew exactly what we needed in terms of supplies, snacks, and essentials. He also ended up planning the route we were going to be trekking, so huge props to him for doing that. With all of that said, I thought we'd talk a bit about our expectations for the trek before we left.
I'm going to miss the warm bodies around us. There's so many people around, seeing people all the time. Like, we're going into, I was going to say uncharted territories, but it's very charted. But we're going to see a totally new breed of people.
I feel so comfortable in my body. Like, I think our bodies are going to be quite sore.
I remember last time I did this, it just got easy. It turns into routine, and then it just becomes who you are.
But let's see about that, Jules. I'm sure when I'm out there, I can't wait to come back as well. Jules and I were on a budget here. We didn't want to spend an absurd amount of money on flying to the mountain, so we found a Jeep that was going to the nearest paved road and settled with that. You already know it, 13 hours of pure fun. Is Shazam on that? First real start. Fuck Jules at. After that, our plan was to go from small town to small town until we eventually would reach Lukla, where everybody flies to. Let's call it. It's the first 50 meters now. How are we feeling?
Feeling good, baby. I feel amazing after sitting in a car for 13 hours. Jesus.
Jeez.
But we've had some spiced peanuts. Yeah.
We knew it'd take a couple days to get there, but we weren't in a rush, so it was all good.
That 1 star on there.
Yeah, dude, I see it. Feels good so far. Backpack feels good.
Just had our first night. It was pretty good sleep actually. Like the beds were comfortable. Tested out the sleeping bags. Today I think we're gonna walk for 9 hours. It's gonna be a long walk today, but it's gonna be good. Alright.
Oh baby. Dude, it's fresh.
Add some coconut in there.
Dude, those are great.
If you're ever in Paplu, come here. I don't know if anybody is gonna be trekking who's watching these videos, but
It did?
oh no.
Right now we're on our way to Ringmu, and yeah, it's gonna take us a couple hours to get there, but it'll be good. Update you guys if there's any sick views. We ended up really pushing ourselves on our first real day and walked a total of 24 kilometers from Pablu to this small village called Nuntala. Jules wanted to take a shortcut, but it ended up extending our trek with a couple hours because we got lost in the jungle. We were pretty beat, and I already started doubting if we were going to be able to succeed our mission. Luckily, we had a decent night's sleep after a shitty batch of masala tea, and were able to continue the next morning.
How are we feeling on day 3?
I'm jealous.
46 minutes away from our next destination. We knew what we were getting ourselves into. I'm not sure if we like go over like that ridge or whatever, but obviously we have to get over to these mountains somehow.
How's this Dalbot?
Really good, man.
Today we've definitely met way more trekkers than we have the other days. We're getting close to the more popular areas.
On our way to Buksa. Jules is pretty dead. Trying not to take it for granted.
We spent the night in Buksa and woke up early again to continue our journey to a small village just below Lukla where everybody flies to.
Taking it slow, steady. That's what gets the job done. It does look like pretty big. Where are we?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you see the mules coming down over there? We walk with those all day. But yeah, we walked like way from up there, from over that ridge. Could you explain why we've both just had a shower in the dark?
Supposedly there's no power. And then up there. And then back to me. And then there. And then you. And then me. And then here. And then me.
We're gonna go past Lukla tomorrow. Maybe go into Lukla and explore for a little bit. But we kind of are better than everybody.
A little bit. No one does this trek. So when we get to Lukla, it's going to be like a fucking city, but plus. 'Cause the whole population is just travelers.
Acting. Namche or Everest. You. Guide no.
No God. And then we do the classes.
First time.
First time.
Yeah.
After 4 days of sitting in a jeep and trekking up and down through the muddy jungle tracks, we finally made it to the world's most dangerous airport, Lukla. Everything suddenly seemed way more possible and things were looking bright.
Very good.
Yeah.
You did it, I'm not sure.
But it wouldn't take long before something unexpected would happen.
No, can you say the city or town?
Fucking.
Say it louder.
Fucking.
Say it louder.
Fucking.
Black tea.
Yeah, free black
You're-
tea. I've been rewarded with a free tea or two.
Anyways, look at this spot, dude. You even got a little view, dude.
Yeah, dude. Mountains up there.
Not bad. So this is day 5, aka day 6. Look, they got this double bridge here. Now is when we go up to 3,400 meters. Stay there for an extra day. This is our Namche crib. Pretty shit. Has a hole in the roof, but we're living. We just came up on this. Right now I'm just doing the acclimatization walk. It's up to 3,800 meters. Jules didn't want to come with me today. I'm just gonna do this by myself and enjoy the view. This stuff tastes like shit, but it's good for you.
This is where things started going downhill. I didn't think much of it when we were in Namche, but it all makes sense now. Jules didn't want to join me for the acclimatization walk, and then the day after, on our way to the next village at 4,000 meters, he started getting a headache, which really scared me. Therefore, we ended up spending a couple extra days in Pangboche. From spending an extended period of time in Pangboche, I was feeling really conflicted about what I should do. We were so close to our destination, but yet so far at the same time.
Yesterday, I was up here on the Everest Base Camp, this mountain right here. And as you can see over here, yeah, it's over there. That's Mount Everest right there. In this shot, Amidablam looks way taller than Everest, so we're still on our way to do the 3 passes and go to Everest Base Camp. This is day 3 of being in Pangboche. I really didn't think I was going to have this amount of downtime here. Coming here to the mountains was and still is a joint venture between Jules and I. He just hasn't really been feeling good these past days. He's been taking some rest time. I feel fine. I've acclimatized really well. Jules was struggling with a headache when we first got here. Then yesterday he started feeling alright, but today it was his stomach, unfortunately. He's just been really unlucky. Trying my best to stay patient, and hopefully we can still succeed this mission that we have. The mountains will always be here. The only thing that's not going to be here is me or Jules. While we're here in Pangboche, might as well make the most of it. I think this whole traveling alone thing that I've been getting used to has really just made me used to just be able to do everything on my own schedule and on my own time. I think something that I need to work on is the fact that my time won't always be as efficient as I want it to be, especially when I'm together with others. I really miss skating too. Skateboarding is usually where I can bring my mind away from being restless and a bunch of other thoughts that I tend to think when I just have heaps of downtime and I'm just sitting, getting restless, and I guess that's what you call overthinking. Hopefully the next clip you guys see will be on our way to Pangboche.
It's not fun being here at this altitude when you're not feeling 100%, especially when it's as cold as it is. But then this happened.
All right, well, this is farewell. Goodbye, have a safe trip back down.
Jules's decision to go back down was really unexpected, from my side of things at least. I really think it was for the better though.
We had a discussion about what to do last night. I ended up figuring out that Jules wasn't too keen on heading up to the top, so I'm gonna be doing it by myself. I'm just gonna be going solo from now on. A little bit intimidated by it, but I'm sure I'll be all right. Yesterday we just kind of reevaluated the whole situation. Jules had been sick for 3 days. His body was just getting weaker because of him not being able to eat. It's really important to just constantly keep eating because your body burns so many calories when it's this far up, and your breathing is accelerated because of lack of oxygen that your body can take in from each breath. Yeah, we thought it was best. We parted ways, and it was pretty bittersweet. I would have loved to complete this with him, but I know that would have been way too much of a struggle, so I'm gonna do this for both of us. Definitely nerve-wracking being out here by myself without a guide or anything. So the plan is to go to Pangboche for the next 2 days, do an acclimatization walk, and after that I'm gonna do the first pass.
This one was called the Kongma Pass, and it was arguably the hardest out of the 3 because of its insane height at over 5,500 meters. I started my day early and felt like everything was going well.
I met this one Nepalese dude. He believed in me, believed that I could do it, but he was telling me that a couple of people died. It's not even a trail.
But then I met somebody who told me to take a shortcut, and this ended up getting me lost for around 2 to 3 hours during the morning hours.
There's nothing. It's starting to get a little bit scary. Probably shouldn't be doing this. It's unbelievably foggy up here. There's nothing. I haven't seen a soul in hours. Anyways, this is just an update from before. Yeah, I was way lost before. I had no idea where I was going. So I eventually started making my way back down. I was like, shit, well, I might as well just go back to Pangboche. But then, randomly, on my way down, I went to the right a little bit, and then I ended up finding a path that, yeah, I don't know, I just freaking went with it, and I've just been following this path for a little bit. I think I might be on the right track, plus there's a little, I think you call these inukshuks.
It was so cloudy and foggy, which didn't make it one bit easier. And knowing that 2 people had died on this trail a couple weeks ago was also scaring me.
Finally made it to the lakes that some other people were telling me about. Met some people on my way up here. They were not too excited about my situation. They're like, shit, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it down while it's still light out, so it's gonna be scary. I'm gonna have a head torch. Shit, man. better get going now. I finally made it to Kongma Pass, 5,500 something meters. View is really not good up here because of all the clouds and stuff, but I'm super proud of myself for making it up here. This might be a memorial of the people that died up here, over here. Let me show you guys. Rest in peace. Yeah, now I just have to go down this steep ass bit. Time to put on my spikes, I guess. It won't take more than 4 hours. Time to whip these things on here. Alright, let's see if we can make it down in one piece. We're in these... I think it's the glacier that's up there. Back here, up there is like where we came from. Can't even see it because it's so like snowy right now. Hopefully I can still see like the track on the glacier, because if not, then I'm kind of screwed, but I think I know what direction I'm going at least. Never been so happy to see.
The sight of Pangboche made me incredibly happy. It felt like I'd just overcome a massive barrier. Although my body was insanely sore from pushing myself over this pass, it was such a satisfying feeling to jump into bed and rest up.
Let me just quickly show you guys the layers that I've been dealing with during the night. So obviously I've been wearing thermals like long sleeves, top and bottom. I had this sleeping bag liner, sleeping bag, a double layer blanket, which is, I think it was like minus 15 last night or some shit.
Today was the day. The day I'd been building up to for weeks at this point.
Impossible to see yesterday.
So I actually forgot to tell you guys about what influenced me to go here in the first place. So about 30 years ago, my parents came here to Nepal to go trekking and experience the mountains. Numerous times they've told me about how much of a life-changing experience it was for them being in the mountains.
Old man, look at
Finally made it to base camp. It's just, everybody's so happy here. It's lovely to see.
And I don't think I quite understood what they were talking about until I was there myself.
Look at my life, I'm a lot like you were.
There's just an incredible peace here that is almost undescribable. Even though there's a large amount of tourists here nowadays, there's still times where I had the mountains and the views completely to myself.
24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two.
5,300 meters. Fuck, is it ever beautiful
Give me
though.
things that don't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed, rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life, I'm a lot like you.
Today I'm gonna do the Renjo Pass, which is gonna be the last pass. Eventually make our way back down the mountain after that.
Look in my eyes and you can tell that.
Looking back at this experience, there's one major thing that I'll continue to remind myself of for the rest of my life. Although the feeling of reaching the desired destination is amazing, the journey is just as, if not more, enjoyable in my opinion. And I think that goes for a lot of things in life. Though the process has ups and downs along the way, I still managed to make it happen, and I'm really proud of myself for succeeding.
It's kind of sad, you know, it's an end of an era. It's been an unreal experience. Go back down to the jungle, through the jungle and back.
I've been first and last. Look at how the time goes by. But I'm all alone at last, rolling home to you.
I could not have done this without Jules being part of the journey. Thank you for being there, my guy. If you can and you have the courage to do a trek like this and go about it roughly the same way as I did, I would highly recommend you do this. It's definitely a life-changing experience, and you'll have unique memories for the rest of your life. There's nothing quite like it.
It's kind of like bittersweet because I know I'm going to miss these mountains and probably won't see them for a very long time, if ever, in my life again. back in Pablo. It's the end destination. That's the end. It's a wrap.